If you're working 12 hours a day, 6 to 7 days a week, then you are not choosing freedom. Welcome to today's episode of Talking Shop. I'm Dean from the Workshop Whisperer. This is the original Workshop
Hello.
Whisperer herself, Rachael Evans. Rach, tell us, why is someone not choosing freedom?
Well, freedom is a decision. And when you are choosing 12-hour days, you're choosing to be the one who is there dawn till dusk. You're coming in on the weekend, 1 to 2 days of the weekend, while you've got potentially a young family at home. And even if you don't, you are flying solo, you are choosing to do it the hard way. There's so many things that we could raise in this one episode today in relation to this. You only live once. There is hustle culture, but hustle to burnout and missing some of the most important milestones in the lives of people close to you is not worth it. There's so much. And I think social media these days can propel you, compel you even to hustle. When you're starting up a business and trying to grow it, have you think that what is required is 12 hours a day, 6 or 7 days a week. But what we've learned over the last 12 years at the Workshop Whisperer is it's as much a choice to work like that as it is a choice to reach out for help, to learn to do it differently and choose freedom.
Well, we saw more than once during COVID, when auto repair shops didn't have the opportunity to be open as much as they were during enforced closures and lockdowns and the likes, we saw plenty of our engine room clients then go, I'm not going back to doing 6 days, 5 days. That's when many decided to move to a 4-day work week. But if you're choosing to do 12-hour days, 10-hour days, 7 days a week, 6 days a week, or if you find yourself going, I'm just going to duck into the workshop, just on a Saturday morning just to get a few things done, but then that's putting pressure on getting to your kids' sport, seeing your kids' concert, just catching up with friends, then you're probably in one of two places, right? You're overbooked and underselling, or you're overwhelmed and you're underpaid. Because if hard work was the secret to success, we've said this time and time again to our engine room members and $1 Million Mechanic boardroom clients, or on plenty of social media that we've done. If hard work was the secret to success, you'd have everything you wanted right now. But the reason you're working so long is because you don't, and you think that this is what's going to get you there. And we would say this to you in pure honesty, right? You're not doing it because you're lazy. You're not doing it because you're dumb. You're not doing it because you're silly. You're doing it because you think that's what you need to do. But all we would say is, right, well, if you took that work ethic, the hard work that you do, and you spent 12 to 18 months working just as hard on establishing the systems, the benchmarks, the processes inside your team that would get you to wherever it is that you want to go, you would find that you would no longer and never need to work 12-hour days, 6 or 7 days a week to be in that position. And we don't say that by fluke or as some bold claim, but just simply that we've seen it hundreds of times, literally hundreds of times over 12 years of doing this work. You don't need to get to the point where you're going to blow up, break down, or burn out in the pursuit of a successful business.
And don't get us wrong, there are times in your business owner journey, in auto repair especially, where things go pear-shaped. You unexpectedly have an illness go through the workshop and you're 2 technicians down, and that results in a 12-hour day for you. You are brand new in business and you're trying to grow this thing out of the ground and you haven't hired your first team member. 12-hour days are probably likely for you. But where those things are occurring more often than they're not.
Yeah, where they become the habit.
And it's a habit, that's where you are choosing not to be in freedom mode rather than choosing to find out what could be done differently. Sometimes it is as simple as learning that hiring your first service advisor, even part-time, isn't as difficult as you thought it would be. And training's not that difficult either. We've got specialist online service advisor training at the Workshop Whisperer. But sometimes that leverage that you can buy just by having somebody, even school hours, helping you service advise, answer the phone, that can often be the catalyst for the type of change and transformation that will end your days doing 12-hour days, 6 to 7 days a week. Sometimes it is ensuring that your margins are where they should be so that you can afford to hire the technician or the service advisor at the level that you need to give you the confidence to pull back from those mega hours. It's not the way it needs to be if you are doing consistent 12-hour days, 6 to 7 days a week.
Yeah, there'll be a season where you might need to work longer hours, like Rach said, when you're starting out. There may be a reason why you've got to do it because team members are off, someone's had an injury, right? But if you're resigned to a lifetime, or if you believe you're resigned to a lifetime of 12-hour days, 6 to 7 days a week, then your transition begins when you ask yourself this question: is there a better way? And the answer is yes, there is.
There is.
You just got to go looking for it. Thanks for joining us on today's episode of Talking Shop. We will see you on the next episode coming up very soon.